Hi, my name is Manton. I want to show you our companion app for Micro.blog called Epilogue. This is an app for iOS and Android, and it's all about books that you want to read or that you've read and want to blog about. On the main screen, you'll see I have books in my currently reading bookshelf. There are three tabs: bookshelves, goals, and discover. I'm showing this in the iPhone simulator so you can kind of see as I tap and click around. If I want to switch to another bookshelf, you can see I have currently reading, want to read, finish reading, did not finish is not there by default, but you can create it. You can create other bookshelves if you want, or if you import from Goodreads, it might create other bookshelves that you had already. Also, I have library loans and library holds. If you go on the web and you link with a Libby account for any ebooks or audiobooks you've checked out at a library, those can show up here. So I can just tap to change to my library loans, finish reading, want to read, etc. So let's stick on my currently reading. If I want to blog about one of these books, I can tap it. I get more details. If I finish reading it, just tap finish reading. It goes into that bookshelf. To blog about it, just tap on this new post icon in the corner. It composes a post with the bookshelf name, currently reading in this case, but if you'd already finished, it would say finish reading, and a markdown link to the book, the author's name, and then this is just a blog post. So you can just type in more if you want to about the book or not. Try to keep it really simple, so a couple taps and you have a blog post published to the web. If you have more than one blog, you'll see your domain name up here. You can tap on that. I have a whole bunch of test blogs and other things for Micro.blog. So if you have multiple blogs, you can switch to a different one. Great, so let's go back to the bookshelves and then check out goals. Goals are just personal reading goals for yourself. They're private unless you want to share them. There's no pressure. If you just want to read 2 books, set your goal 2, or just don't even use this feature. Personally, I'm trying to read 40 books this year. Again, this is not a competition. It's just if you feel like it helps you to set a goal for how many books you want to read. So Micro.blog keeps track every time I post on my blog if I'm, making progress toward my goal. So these books I've read this year, Micro.blog keeps track of them. If I change my mind on the reading goal, I can just update it here to a different number. So Micro.blog found 23 books that I've read. Great. At the end of the year, the nice thing about this is you could share that if you want on your blog. So Micro.blog adds this year in books for 2022, Epilogue does rather, and I can tap on that and it composes a new blog post. This is just, text. I can edit, I can type whatever I want. It's a full blog post, but it automatically adds little cover images for all the books that I finish reading to the blog post. Hit post, goes out to my blog. It's a great way to look back, years later on your blog and kind of get a sense of what you were reading. So one of the reasons to post to your blog also is to share with other people that might be interested in what you're reading. And that's where our Discover screen comes in. So I'll click on the Discover tab. I can scroll through. I can tap on a book, and it goes to the blog post that person wrote for that book. Tap on this one. I can see it's just a completely different blog, someone's blog. If I want to, this looks interesting, and I want to add it to my bookshelf, I can also tap and hold, and I can just say want to read, and it'll add it to that. One thing just quick I want to show, the other way to find books is just to search them. So I can just search for The Hobbit, for example. I can tap on that and then say want to read. I can also tap and hold on the book cover if I want to open it in Goodreads, look at reviews, buy it on Amazon, that sort of thing. Just convenient clicks there. So that's the main interface. Clear this out. I can see my currently reading still. If I want to edit a post, I made a typo or something like that, I can click on my profile and it'll bring up all my blog posts that actually mentioned a book. They'll add a little cover. I can just tap on that and I can edit this post. So you can see in this case, it said finished reading, finish this book. There's a link. And then I added just, a little bit of text about what I would have thought about the book. If I want to change it, I can update and it'll just update my blog post. This works, of course, really well with Micro.blog, which it was designed for. If you post to WordPress or another external blog outside Micro.blog, you can still use the app. Click on this change button in your profile, enter your URL, as long as it supports the MicroPub API for posting to blogs. All of this that I'm showing you will post to your blog, posted elsewhere in addition, instead of Micro.blog. So you can use it either way. thanks so much for checking out Epilogue. I hope you like it. I think it's a really convenient way to keep track of books, streamlined interface, and there's kind of a version of most of this on the web in Micro.blog as well. But for iOS or Android, check out Epilogue. Thanks. Bye.